Hey guys, I recently saw something in an episode of the reality TV show Survivor, and it had me wondering, what does CERN have to do with Survivor and the Freemasons? The current system that we're in is something that I often refer to as the beast system. And I find it really interesting how often we see a lot of these same New World Order agendas playing out in a lot of our entertainment. There's tons of CERN symbolism, LHC symbolism, in all kinds of kids' cartoons, movies, television shows, and this stuff's been going back for years. And another one of those very common themes we've been seeing time and time again recently goes back to the Nephilim giants, the giants underground, or the giants emerging, the giants coming out of the pit, or the giants returning, right? You've seen a lot of this giant symbolism coming up in all kinds of things over the last few years. That's just one example. But as I said, it's very interesting how often we'll see a lot of the symbolism popping up in all kinds of places, oftentimes associated with the occult or the hidden. And as an example of some of the more interesting places this symbolism shows up at times, I want to show you something I found on the television show Survivor. Alright, so let me set up the clip here for you. This is actually from the finale show that happened just a few weeks ago, and this is when I had my confirmation. There was a situation that had happened during the series that Jeff Probst was talking about, and it was the first time in Survivor history that something like this had ever actually happened, so it was a really big deal. So as he was explaining it, at one point, he says this phrase, and I'm just going to play it out for you so you can hear it. But basically he's saying, this is reason number, and then he says a number, why Survivor is so hard to win, or something like that. And just keep in mind that out of the vast amount of sequences he could have chosen any number combination out there, he chose this specific set of numbers. So check this out.
That is reason number 322 why Survivor is so tough to win. That is reason number 322 why Survivor is so tough to win. That is reason number 322 why Survivor is so tough to win. That is reason number 322 why Survivor is so tough to win. That is reason number 322. That is reason number 322. That is reason number 322. That is reason number 322.
The 322, right? The Skull and Bones, American Illuminati. Reason number 322. And like I said, if I hadn't seen something like this, I may have never even made the video about the CERN symbolism that I'd seen in Survivor. And even with that, when we find these symbols hidden in these shows, are they really hidden? And that's always the question. And I really do think it's a mix. I think sometimes these people are placing this stuff in there intentionally. It kind of sends a signal out to the rest of the people in the industry that are involved in all this stuff, this ritual practice. There's definitely some intention behind some of the symbolism. There's a reason they put it there. That's predictive programming or social engineering, mind control. So it's hard for me to say exactly why this stuff was in Survivor. Again, maybe it's just a part of the collective consciousness. All this stuff is coming out, right, regardless. Oftentimes people can be used as spiritual puppets to put this stuff out there. Or, once again, it could be the occult societies actually bleeding this stuff out. The revelation of the method, if you will. Skull and Bones is the famous secret society at Yale University. Unlike other fraternities, the order actually picks their own members, and they primarily focus on making their members more powerful for life. The order is the only known secret society with their own summer home and private island. And while we're on the subject of how they code this kind of stuff in practically everything, here's one I noticed a long time ago when I was actually researching the 322, the sequences and the synchronicities with those numbers. I found this way back, but I thought it was really interesting. This is the BBC, otherwise known as the British Broadcasting System. But even right there, if you break that down, very simply, it's the 223. 322, but in this case it's inverted or turned upside down, mirrored, as above so below. And just in case you think that's a reach, here's one of many stories I found connecting the Freemasons directly with the BBC. Right here, the BBC continues recruitment campaign for the Freemasons.
Are they really trying to free the fallen angel Abaddon from the bottomless pit? If so, he may be freed much sooner than we think.
Decoding CERN. There's some very strange things about CERN. CERN has been a hot topic, and there's good reason. The people at CERN are supposed to be studying science and how we come to be. I ask you, what does satanic rituals, interdimensional gateway, biblical prophecies, opening of bottomless pit have to do with the study of physics? There is an occult agenda behind the CERN Large Hadron Collider, LHC. Some believe that it is an attempt to open interdimensional gateways, wormholes, to allow evil beings, dark spiritual forces, fallen angels, demons, freely into our dimension. 9 Then the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fallen from heaven to the earth. To him was given the key to the bottomless pit. 2 And he opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit like the smoke of a great furnace. 11 And they had as king over them the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Greek he has the name Apollyon. The Bible says that these fallen angels, sons of God, of Genesis 6 are confined in Tartarus. We now consider the word Tartarus, for if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, Tartarus, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. 2 Peter 2:4. The word in the Greek is Tartarus, or rather it is. From that noun, cast down to hell should be Tartarust, Tartarosis. See Genesis 6 and Book of Enoch. Subsequently,
We may not have much time left.
they will attempt to release the fallen angel Abaddon/Apollyon from the bottomless pit. There's a statue at CERN. The statue of Lord Shiva, the god of destruction, the destroyer at CERN, hints at the release of the fallen angel Abaddon/Apollyon, which coincidentally also means the destroyer. There are, of course, no coincidences. Why would anyone put this religious statue of a Hindu god at a place of science, the epitome of scientific inquiry? The Book of Enoch says that these 200 fallen angels, titans, are imprisoned in Tartarus for 70 generations. A generation in the Bible is about 70 years. These titans are being imprisoned for about 5,000 years. December 2016 is the Hebrew year Tevet 5773, once thought to be 2012. Once again someone was off on their math. The time for their release is probably at hand. Bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of their judgment and of their consummation. CERN itself can be considered as the shortened form of Cernunnos, the horned god. However, times, dates and other things change, so this may be wrong as well. Anyway, we will have to wait and see.